The caller believed that it was for certain somebody pounding on the door.
218, take over comms, take over comms.
Scratch together, scratch together.
All tires are out, all tires are out.
What's the story, Wolfpack? Thank you very much for joining me for another video. In this one, we're going to be heading off to the city of Santa Fe in New Mexico, where a man is on the run in a U-Haul truck after kidnapping a couple and locking them in the back. Let's take a look. Santa Fe police said they received a call at about 8 AM on the morning in question by a caller asking for a welfare check concerning someone possibly in the back storage area of a U-Haul moving truck who was banging on the door.
The caller believed that it was for certain somebody pounding on the door. He doesn't believe it could have been something knocking around in the cargo area and said it was very pronounced.
A sheriff's deputy spotted the U-Haul truck and tried to make contact with the driver, but the driver fled. Soon after that, a Santa Fe police officer then tried to pull over the U-Haul, but the driver failed to stop and ran a red light. A pursuit involving a drone team, multiple law enforcement agencies and tyre deflation devices unfolded, with the driver fleeing through highway traffic and built up areas. So now we're going to take a look at said chase, and we're going to be switching between different officers' vehicles as the chase progresses.
Just to reiterate, the caller believed that it was for certain somebody pounding on the door. He doesn't believe it could have been something knocking around in the cargo area and said it was very pronounced knocking. It's going back around his biggest bumper.
Coming up here, we're going to get our first glimpse of the U-Haul truck, and some officers are already in pursuit.
He's going to be going up to a roundabout now. Remember, no more than 2 units in the pursuit. Okay, off the radio. Joseph, oil traffic going wrong way on 599, approaching I-25. I need a unit, I need a marked unit. It's all over the road, approaching I-25, 78 miles an hour, southbound, still I-25.
270, I'm behind him. Hey, when I was coming down 599, he tried to hit me head on.
The driver of the U-Haul is throwing it around like it's a go-kart, and luckily for this officer, when he swerved that time, he didn't hit him.
Everyone take over comms. Still 599, we're approaching the east frontage, passing the east frontage, 80 miles an hour. We're going, approaching heavy traffic onto 14, heavy traffic on 14.
And you can just see how dangerous this pursuit is. It's fairly busy around, and the potential for a collision is quite high.
We're in the red light, heavy traffic, 4 miles an hour. Let's go into civic road.
And I really hate when pursuits enter residential areas like this. I always think there could be kids out in the street playing, or someone pulling out of their driveway unaware that some guy in a U-Haul is going to come barreling down the road. These are fairly narrow streets with plenty of parked vehicles and other obstructions to obscure a driver's vision. But that's assuming that this guy would even bother swerving if someone was in the road.
We just turn left on Carlson Valley Way. We're trying to go back towards 14. I need people to set up spikes back on 14. I don't need anyone right here. He's connected to dead end.
Not quite sure if he was contemplating ramming that officer or whether he was thinking about reversing and going down the other street. If you weren't familiar with the area, you could end up taking a turn and ending up down a dead end, which would be quite fortunate for the pursuing officers here.
We're going 13 miles an hour. It's a residential area, high traffic.
As you'll probably notice, all the trash cans are out on the curb, so it must be garbage collection day here, and I'm quite surprised that he hasn't milled a few of those out of it.
Sure you have cover, please. Driver front tire is flat. Okay, all loud visual. I'm gonna take over comms.
Scratch together, scratch together.
The suspect somehow manages to recover from that, and I really thought that was going to be game over for him there. But unfortunately for the pursuing officers, the public at large, and of course those two people he has locked in the back, the pursuit continues.
So we have, like that, triple A on the other exit. Westville Arroyo, back towards the residential area. North on to Crystal Valley Way. Phase 20, light traffic. On the bush.
I can't imagine how scary and uncomfortable it must be for the people that are locked in the back going over those ramps and getting thrown about like that. And just up ahead here, officers are going to get a good opportunity to deploy some spike strips.
That's spike split on 14599 going eastbound. This spike. We got him, primary, someone takes over from me. I need a marked unit.
Simon, right behind you, taking over.
If you let me go up front, can you get down on foot?
Head on.
Going into incoming traffic. Please get with us, guys. See if they'll hit. Traffic going to... He's gonna hit a car. How I know that's not state police? Are they involved here? The police is behind me. Dispatch, let them know that they can pass us. Let them get tires are out. All tires are out. Put you back in 45 miles an hour. It's just gonna run a red light.
I don't want to live in MSP's trying to take over for you, sir.
Before, I have it. Let him take over. Everybody move over to the right, half on the left. Left turn on to Herrera. Making a left turn on Herrera. Stop.
Stop the vehicle!
With the spike strips having blown out all his tyres, the suspect just couldn't keep the chase going any longer. But it doesn't seem like he's in a hurry to get out of the van. So the officers are going to try speed that process up here by breaking the window. And because they don't know how dangerous this suspect potentially is, they're going to do it from a safe distance.
Driver, slowly open the door!
Give me command to the driver. Give me command. It will stop. It's stuck, so we're giving command to the driver now. 40 deployed.
Get up now! Show me your hands! I got pump!
One thing to take note of here is that I believe there is more than one person issuing commands to the driver. It seems like there's an officer shouting at him and someone else is on a loudhailer, and potentially there could be someone else even shouting commands at him. I think in these sort of highly dangerous encounters that it should be down to one officer and one officer only to be issuing commands to a suspect. When you have many people shouting commands at a suspect, they get confused and they start doing a number of different things, and that could potentially lead to someone getting the wrong idea about what their intentions are.
We still hear banging from the back of the U-Haul. We do confirm here banging from the back of the U-Haul truck.
Alright, confirm banging.
Walk slowly towards my voice. Walk slowly towards my voice. You in now.
Personally, in my opinion, I think the suspect's a bit confused about who to listen to. They then fire what looks to be a beanbag round at him, which gets him down onto the ground.
Everyone else can downgrade if you got people coming.
Still getting command, Sniper.
Copy, still getting cut.
Guys, we might fall crossfire because we have potentially somebody in the back of that truck.
A job well done here by officers of the Santa Fe Police Department bringing this incident to a peaceful end without any serious injuries. Officers later found the lady and gentleman in the back of the U-Haul truck and medics were called to the scene to evaluate them, and luckily the only injury that was reported was the man saying that his back was hurt while he was inside the truck. And I have to say I'm quite surprised that that was the only injury, considering that they were getting thrown around the back of that truck at some points there. The suspect was later identified as 50-year-old Stacey Walker from Santa Fe, and this incident all began to unfold when the man and woman were helping Mr. Walker here to clean that U-Haul truck. They reported to police that suddenly Walker slammed the rear door closed on the truck and locked them in. He drove off and then immediately began to swerve and drive in a reckless manner, causing both the victims to be thrown around in the back of the truck. And as I mentioned earlier, quite luckily the only injury that was reported was the man having hurt his back a bit. And arising out of this incident, Mr. Walker racked himself up multiple charges including kidnapping and aggravated assault on a peace officer. During the chase, Walker is accused of veering the U-Haul toward a sheriff's deputy who was outside his vehicle and towards a Santa Fe police car. So I'm wondering, is that where the charges of aggravated assault on a peace officer is coming from? And it must be said, a massive kudos is in order for whoever that civic-minded citizen was who initially alerted police to what was going on. That person of course heard banging coming from the truck and called the police asking for a welfare check, as they were sure that it wasn't something rattling around in the back of the truck. That man and woman are very lucky, as who knows what this guy had planned for the two of them. In any of the news reports that I've come across in relation to this incident, it doesn't mention his motivation behind the incident or what he was planning on doing. So I guess that'll remain a mystery for us, but we will keep our eye out and see what happens to him when he goes for sentencing. I'm interested to know what you guys think, so please do let me know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comments. Well folks, that just about wraps things up for this video. I do thank you very much for joining me, and if you did enjoy the video, please do us a big favour and drop us a like, as it does really help the channel out. As always, all the important links are down below in the description, so if you'd like to help support the channel, please do check those out, or alternatively you can hit the little heart button down below this video to send us a super thanks. And speaking of super thanks, I'd like to give a super thanks to all my channel members. Thank you very much guys, as always, for your continued support and encouragement. It is very much thoroughly appreciated. And last but not least, I can't forget everyone watching this with me on the premiere, our premiere squad. Thank you very much for joining me guys. As always, I'll be back in the next couple of days with another video, and if you're looking for something else to watch in the meantime, please check out one of the videos that should be appearing on screen now. Until next time guys, stay safe, take care, peace.